Good afternoon. This is Stable Spiritual Healer bringing you today's message. And I just wanted, when I was meditating on the cards, I've already shuffled, cleansed them, everything is set to go, but I flipped them all over, and I just wanted to show you what a great reading this could be, because all the cards on the bottom were fabulous. So we get the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the Spellcaster's deck. Oops, sorry. We have High Priestess on the bottom of this one. Queen of Wands on the Crow deck. Ten of Cups on this deck as well. Then we had Owl Medicine. We have the Bear card for Earth, for also a Virgo card. Vision Quest, which is amazing, right? And especially for the full moon tonight, which happens at 5:30 Eastern time tonight. Oneness, inner growth, contemplation. Again, great energy on that. Over here we have the Ditch Witch, which it shows a full moon now with the crow, which is awesome. And on these two decks over here, I don't know if you can see them from over there, we had Mother Earth. You are called upon to help the environmentalists. And on the other one is Crystal Ball, Insight, with an spotted owl, which is always very mystical, right? Powerful. Alright, so I'm going to clear these fast and then get started. Well, I also have these. This one is Double Mission, Channeling and Uplifting Humanity, Pleiades, which is the planet for the star seeds. For the collective, I'm going to set these here. Also have hairpin on one deck. Of course, we start with these and with these. I think they'll be fine over there. Alright. So our full moon. I'm sure everyone's getting their rituals supplies together for this evening. Also, Spirit wanted me to start with a crystal. So today we got rose crystal. And it says it heals broken hearts, or aids in it, and calms and helps with emotional stress. But that wasn't all, so I brought it up in the book to, just going to show you this one here. Okay, and it's, rose quartz is the stone of unconditional love and infinite peace. It is the most important crystal for the heart and the heart chakra, teaching the true essence of love. It also purifies and opens the heart at all levels, brings deep inner healing and self-love. Alright, so that's definitely a stone we should all have, because we all need the unconditional self-love. So I will just set this here. And this is not just one of the rose quartz I have. Alright, so I'm going to leave this here. I also have There's many. Alright. You can also look up some other crystals as you wish, but let's get the reading going. So Spirit, we ask that for true and precise messages for the divine masculine and divine feminines of this collective wave. I'll keep my overall energy for the divine feminine, please. Overall energy today for the divine feminine. Thank you. It's the little deer. And the divine masculine, please. My DM, I call your higher self and spirit. Just be a totem for the masculines and what their overall energy is today. What messages will they bring to the divine feminine? Divine feminine, divine masculine. So the deer is very motherly energy, quiet, still. She sees and hears all around her, but she keeps still, she keeps quiet, and she teaches the young. Her heart chakra, this is green, so I see that her heart chakra for the divine feminines is open with unconditional love for themselves and for their family and for others. This is also an earth energy, so they're also feeling very grounded today. The wolf is the protector of their family, of their pack. Again, I see very keen insight with their eyes, ears open, listening, but being steady, being in their power to protect their pack, to lead them from the dark to the light. Again, an earth energy, so on this full moon, we can say that everybody's grounded, which is really great, because for full moons, usually we get a lot of emotional energy coming through. But this is also full moon for karma will begin in the next cycle. So if people had good karma coming to them or bad karma coming to them after this full moon, then that will be coming in. It's also the veils right now are very thin, so excellent time to do a lot of releasing of negative energies that no longer serve us, right? The people, person, places, things. Clean your house from clutter, clean your personal space, clean yourself as far as your soul level. Release those negative energies. So we're going to get 4 cards for the feminines, 4 cards for the masculine, please. Spirit, true, precise messages for the feminines. 4 cards, please, for the divine feminines. Let me get that one. 3 more for the feminines, please. Okay, so feminines. I'm gonna bring this one down here for a minute. One more card for the feminines, please. Okay. And for the masculines. Okay. Masculines got a lot to say. They're jumping, literally. Let's have a good reading for today, huh? So we have the first one up, second one up, third one, fourth one, and overall energy between them both. Set this on the crystals, I guess. So the divine feminines first have been with the hangman. contemplating, going within, doing some healing, uprooting their belief systems, trusting in the science behind the journey, leaving behind the dark of themselves and the rooted belief systems that no longer serve them. They're turning to the light. They're being the light to guide in their divine masculines. And this hangman his energy is more past. So as of today's energy should be that they're in the light and shining their lights and vibrate high vibrations for their divine masculines, sending them healing, having faith in the divine source, for they know that their divine masculine is their chosen one. Whether they have other choices around, they know now who is their divine masculine, who they're contracted to be with. 9 of Cups. They're certain, not stubborn, but certain of their choice, and they are sending healing energy. They know of the connection, and they are experiencing the connection in the 5D, drawn very much to the moon, on this full moon. They're focused on their divine masculine, nurturing him in 5D, and because they know in the science it's above, so below. So they're thinking of the divine masculine, working on their pentacles, in their science of this journey, bringing fruition with the growth from the seeds they have planted. And now they're trusting in the divine. Their heart chakra is wide open. And they are nurturing the divine masculine in the 3D, 7 of Pentacles. So she's giving more. If it was an equal give and take right now, it would be 6, but it's 7 Pentacles, so she's over giving, over watering. She's being loyal to the connection. She's in her heart chakra, but it's possibly time to release, which would be this card. So it's time to release your divine masculine and focus on your unconditional love for yourself and healing you, which then of course has that magnetic draw, and they get into action to coming towards you because they'll feel that you've released them, and they will come back to you, that they are truly your divine masculine. She's completely in the science and understanding of this, so she releases him, holding true to her faith in the journey. Okay, which is a great job. It takes a lot of work, inner work, to get to this point of the release and to do it correctly, and we know that you're directed by spirit when it's time to release, because it has to be done correctly. You can't just turn your back and walk away, because the pull won't be, it's not done the same. It's got to be done correctly and at the right timing, in spirit divine timing, not our timing, right? So that's all I have for that. Well, we'll get confirmation and clarity on those. Alright, so the masculines have judgment. They are in their uprooting their old belief systems here, or they already have, in the cycles of from the last moon to the new moon, which in this one is showing that it's waxing, bringing in positive change. They felt the heat, the fire. They know that they've done, the things they've done wrong in their life, from all the karma they've received. They feel like they're in a hot pot, so they are just coming to surrender to the divine and say, I'm ready to make the changes in my life, to give up the 3-party situations, give up the alcohol excessive use of alcohol, drugs, smoking, bad habits, sexual addiction, so forth. And they're going to look to be to the divine for guidance, but also for their nurturing. They've made this choice because they want to grow old with you. They know there's the connection to you, and that you are the blossom in their heart. They understand, or they feel, they recognize that Spirit has shown them the inner child connection between your inner child and theirs. They want to be, you make them feel young, regardless to their age. This is Six of Cups, so they want, here the Divine Masculine understands the science of the give and take, equal give and take, and is nurturing his inner child as well. Knows that you are nurturing both him and you as at the inner child level. So good job. Queen of Wands. They see you as their Queen of Wands, but currently, because of their addictions, their three-party situations, they see you a little fiery, perhaps upset with them, so they're probably afraid to come in to you right now because you're holding strong on your staff and you don't look overly happy in that card. And they sense that because we mirror one another, right? So we sense each other's energy back and forth. Not to go into details of how much we sense it, but we all know that we felt their overall energy, even if we're not in union with them, because at this level you're not in union most likely, and if you are, it's maybe just a sexual relationship at this point. But things are moving forward. Your heart chakras are opening, your spirit guides are around you, helping you to move the chariot forward. It's a 7 card. And they feel the release. They feel the release, which is why they are seeing you as the Queen of Wands. So that's good, because that's making them move forward and want to surrender and start working on their inner child all the more, right? So we'll get some clarification with these cards. We'll start with the Hangman for the Divine Feminine. Spirit, give us true and precise messages. Thank you for the Hangman clarification, clarifying the Hangman. I'm going to get the words out first before you give them the card. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to get 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so we got death right off the bat. So, of course, we got the Hangman. So, death comes in for a new start. So, you release the old your past belief systems, and they are dead and gone, so you can have a new beginning. The choice of from the Divine. You awaken from the Hangman after the death came as a Queen of Cups in your emotions. You've got the 6 of Coins. You're wanting equal give and take, and at this point that you are hoping for the equal give and take. You've given up all the other cups and other choices. You've turned your back to these other choices and are focused on your Divine Masculine at this time because you understand the science of it. You're still fully in your emotions because if you can see in the card, he's waist deep in the water. Clarify the 9 of Cups, please, Spirit. Clarify the 9 of Cups. You have 4 of Cups. You're still focusing. You chose the one from the divine, which this clarifies with ignoring these other three, and focus on the one that the divine has sent you. As before we reincarnated here on earth, you contracted to go through all these triggers, to go through all this pain, so that you can raise the vibration of Mother Earth to heal those on earth. First up, kind of is a immature energy right now with the Nine of Pentacles. Immature communication at this point. Maybe very little communication, and that communication that does come across is sometimes sharp like a sword. But you're having faith. And you're with Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. They are healing you, showing you the light, the path, because you're the leader that will help him move forward. The Knight of Coins. Some battle here, and the mask is not completely open, so there are lies, deception still between the two of you, perhaps, since it's on your side. Or you feel that he has a lot of deception on your part. The twins here, horses here, are quarreling in a sense right there. But you want the world with this person. You know it's a divine timing, and you're looking to the sky, to the divine source energy for guidance. Anything for the Seven of Pentacles, please. I'll find the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, you have your eyes blinded with the scarf, two swords downward, so neither one of you are in your truth at this time with one another. You are struggling to have faith or trust one another because of earthly desires, earthly events, that your crown chakra is open. You are trying to have faith and listen to your intuition. It's still a battle at times with the Five of Wands, battling your inner self and not listening to some intuition, or battling with listening to the intuition. Perhaps you're in some disbelief. Spirit guides are here guiding you. They're talking to you. If you listen, then things would be calmer and not so stressful. There are things around you that are against the connection or against the new belief system that you have. It could be family, friends, or just your inner battle. But you know you're the star, and the old ways are breaking down. These pillars that are broken half below her, and there's like almost like the tower that's already fallen is still at rubble. How about if we say wreckage? Emotions below, but she's floating high above the emotions or the tower, because she's come out of that mess, following spirit, because she is the star. This is also Aquarius all day long. So perhaps you're embodying some of the Aquarian energy with that, which as an Aquarius is a good thing. Yeah, because the battles that you've gone through, this is 10, this is ending of the battle of the Wands. Alright, clarify the 10 of Wands. Clarify the 10 of Wands. Thank you. Well, just going to finish the shuffle. Spirit says this one still goes. So, clarifying the Three of Wands, you've released him. This had come out first on that pile, was on top. So we'll go with the Lovers. You know that you're lovers, that he's the one for you, or gender doesn't matter. It could be switched, of course, right? So because you know you're the Lovers, you are building your coins, gathering as much pentacles as you can to build on this relationship. You have your pentacles. Hang on. You're releasing him. While you build on your pentacles, you need to currently have one, so you're building up to the Four of Pentacles, so that you can come in with offer a Page of Coins, and there's truth or communication coming forward with the Knight of Swords. Communication is coming in because you released him, but still not in his truth. Sword is down, and you can see that the card, I'm just seeing a lot of dark. He does know that you're his light, and he's coming to you with communication, but not in his truth yet. Hence the darkness, the dark clouds, which is why he's gonna have to surrender to the divine. Let me get a different deck. Right. Where's these? I'm going to clarify the masculines, this row, for these cards. Bear in mind again that gender doesn't matter, so if I say he or she, it's only going off what's on the card, but certainly could be the opposite gender. Put the energy as it fits for you. Don't force it. The story doesn't fit to your situation. You've already surpassed this energy. Then the message is for someone else that needs to hear it. Okay. Spirit, clarifying the Judgment card for masculine. Please clarify the Judgment card for Spirit, for the divine masculine. A lot of battling. He's battled with himself. He's battled with others around him. Probably the karmics that are around him in this situation. This divine masculine has more than one karmic in his life that he battles regarding, which could also be why he's feeling the heat of the karmic lessons that he's learning. Eight of Pentacles. He's building up the pentacles for himself, studying hard. The twin flames here. Actually, there's three flames here. So again, three-party situation still involved on that one at that point. All right. But he has gone into hermit mode, following your light, being in tune to Spirit, listening to Spirit and his Spirit guides. He knows you're his light, so he's moving forward with that very slowly, as the hermit is a slow moving as well as earth energy. He knows he has to build more pentacles to be able to be worthy of you, or to he sees you in a higher light. He holds you on a pedestal at this point still, so he's building his pentacles so he has enough to offer you. Six of Cups. Clarify Six of Cups. Clarify Six of Cups. Cards are sticking on this part. So maybe he's not quite ready to move forward very fast. He may be moving on at a slower pace than you would like. He has a lot of burdens though. He's carrying a lot on his plate, on his back. Full moon is here, so perhaps he's going to release those burdens and put them down. Here it shows he's releasing with the Seven of Wands. He's releasing that which no longer serves him, leaving behind 2 options. 7 of Wands shows that he has battled for this, and he's willing to fight for you. He has a lot of things to stand up against at this time, but still following his light to you. Clarify Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here, Spirit? Why is she so angry? You're living in a third party, of course. Remember that the karmic is there in their lives to teach them lessons before they are ready to come to you. So, and their life with the karmic was not a fun life. They did not receive pleasure from them as much as they hoped when they united with them. So, forgive them for their choice of having the karmics, their other side pieces, so to speak. Ace of Swords, yeah, she's ready to have a sharp tongue, to speak her mind, speak out. Again, remember, Spirit wants you to know that all that was placed in motion to prepare them for this journey, because it's not an easy journey. It takes a lot of battles to go within and heal themselves, just as we have to go in and heal ourselves. Clarify Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Why is the Ace of Swords here? Spirit, why is the Ace of Swords here? Thank you. Four of Swords, resting, taking time out to think about this. Think about how he feels that you moved forward. You released him and we're moving forward, which is why he wanted to come in with some communication. He's gone within, knows he has to battle, right? He's standing up for you now. But he has to rest because he wants to make a move forward, but he's got to know in his heart how to make that move. Also see this as the Three of Swords here, as he's only choosing one of the persons in his life. So whether one's a wife, 2 girlfriends, whatever those, it could be a job or a habit. Karmic lessons are not always a person. Right? So we got Queen of Wands again, still in there. He still sees her as the Queen of Wands with fire near energy. But this flame is 2 coming to 1, so it's still, even though he sees her as the fiery queen of of movement, fire in her movement on this one, the 2 flames coming up, of course, he understands that she's the one, and that he's starting to recognize the connection of the twin souls. She's still in the fiery energy, yeah. So justice is going to come in, clear the way, so movement could come forward. Justice, what's she moving out of the way? What's she moving out of the way? Bringing in justice. Thank you, Spirit. I just have to take that back one, I think. This one was up first, yeah. Because he sees you as the Empress. He knows that you are the one that he wants to have children with, because the Empress is usually seen as the nurturing, pregnant energy. Ace of Pentacles. He wants to come in with his pentacle to offer you a gift. It may be a small gift, but it's what he has to get started. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles Spirit for the masculines. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles for the masculines. He knows he has to make a decision. After justice came in, he's still feeling blinded to which one, although his heart is with you, because he knows the connection. While it may be scary to him, it may feel like a burden also, but he's walked away and taking everything walking away from things that no longer serve him. Sorry. Battling for you. So even though he still has choices to make, he's willing to battle it and leave some cups behind, focusing on the 2 cups behind him or ignoring the 2 cups left. 9 of Swords. Yeah, sleepless nights. There's a spotted owl in the back window. I don't usually notice that for some reason. So yeah, he has a lot of sleepless nights about the swords that he's, you know, to me right now, these are like karmic lessons. So he's having sleepless nights because of the karmic lessons he's earned. But the wise owl is here to decipher through those with him. He now feels like he's the King of Wands. To go to the Queen of Wands, you have a divine pair to offer you his Ace of Love, Ace of Cups. This is why things are moving forward. Clarify the Chariot, please. Clarify Chariot for the Divine Masculine. Thank you. Clarify the Chariot for Divine Masculine. Thank you. Okay. He sees you as the star, his star. Sorry, let me back that up. The first one out. He wants to celebrate with you moving forward. Death card comes in to put an end to the old, to put an end to the 3-party situations or 4-party situations, whatever they've placed you in. Remember, those were still, hang on. Spirit still wants to remind, and this may not be for all of you, but to remember the whole karmic situations were there as a lesson to them, so they can be ready for this challenging journey with you. Alright, so that's why the Death card came in. Page of Pentacles, he's coming in with his Cup of Love, with his 1 Ace of Pentacles, to build equally stable with you is a 4 of Pentacles, because he sees you as his star. I have 2 more that fell. Let me see. Oh, nice. Yes, he's had this was upside down, so there's an end to the 3-party situation at this time. And he wants to offer you the 10 of Cups. He wants to build the 10 of Cups, the happy home, the cat, the dog, and have a reason to celebrate with you, and to let you know that he's done away with the 3-party situation, and you're the only one now that he's focusing on, so that's why he wants to bring you his Ace of Cups. Anything else? Spirit for the Divine Feminine? Anything else for the Divine Feminine? He's coming in as your Knight of Pentacles. On the bottom we got Chariot. Okay. Anything else for the Divine Masculine? Anything else for the Divine Masculine? Anything else for the Divine Masculine? 6 of Pentacles, having equal give and take for you. And he's manifesting this union. He too is manifesting this union. He totally understands, because the divine has now come and given him his awakening. And he has all the tools that he needs to move forward with you. Alright, that's a cool read. Let me get you Spirit. Advice from the Spirits. Spirit guides, what advice do you have for the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine of this collective wave? What advice do you have for the collective wave? Your higher good, guidance, and choice. So choose for your ancestors that have passed before you or with you. They are giving you guidance for your higher good, helping you to choose your choice. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 is change. You're the changers. Everything you touch changes. Okay, corn planting season. This looks like a horse that used to be, or a buck that used to be white and is now in his true self, the brown. Balance energy, balance your energy, go in and meditate. Be honest with yourself first, be honest with others. Stand in your truth, stand in your higher self. Emotions. Emotions are part of the journey. When you feel the emotions coming in, that perhaps they triggered you on either side, because we trigger each other and that's how we grow. We get triggered, we have the emotions, we go within and heal the hurt from when that hurt first started in your lifetime, which is your childhood, right? So you have to heal your inner child and be honest with yourself as to what that was, because you're not going to be able to heal it if you're not honest with yourself. And this will help you know your true self. All right, strong sun, moon. Those are adorable. Social invitations, creative pursuits, and joy. This comes after you've healed your inner child. See how it's like an older raccoon looking with a little baby raccoon. But they're letting him try and climb and hang on, even though he's barely hanging on. You know, they're allowing him to find his own way. Okay, angels, what do the angels have to say? On the bottom again was the... Sorry, I moved my camera closer for the other day on a ritual I was doing. Angels, messages from your angels that are around you. That looks like an interesting path, which totally is a good example of the path we're on in this journey, right? Because it says the initiation in this journey that we're on certainly feels like an initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold, right? We start at the dark and have to struggle through the cave to meet up with, to notice the lightning bolt that hits us during our awakening, to say, hey, I see the light. And then we see our, you know, and we reach it, and what's there? Emotions. And on this journey, we are finally awakened to the fact that we are twin flames, twin souls. We're two flames with one soul, rather, two bodies with one soul. Spirit corrected me. And while it feels dark while we're going through this, especially when you're doing the dark night of the soul, but we've followed the path that Spirit has led us to, into our emotions, to see the light. These are always deep. Where are we at? 43. The true and precise messages from the galactic messages. These are from the galactic. There's a star seed. Messages to the star seeds. Spirit, what messages do we need to bring forward to the star seeds? Thank you. Mercury. I think Mercury goes retrograde again pretty soon. Okay. The two faces on the card is twins, flames facing one another. Give me a minute to get the energy from it. Spirit says communication is key. Analyze. Let your mind tell you how to communicate, and let your mind tell you the words to use. Have the awareness of your thoughts about the communication you have, but also be aware of where they come from, such as spirit guides, your higher self, spirits, ancestors that have gone before you. They are with you. They walk this path with you, trying to get you to listen to communicate with your spirit guides. They're sending you synchronicities and messages and symbols, shapes by animals, things you see, the eyes are open, and telepathically communicate as well, forehead to forehead. So that's the image. It's too, I don't know if it's going to focus. Alright, and then this one is 2 masks. So for this group, I'd say take off. They've recently taken off their masks by the immediately. Take off your mask. Remove your masks immediately. Do it on your own, because otherwise Spirit's going to come in and do it for you. You'll get the tower. You'll get the lightning bolt. So Spirit's saying remove your masks immediately. And be aware of the way you project yourself. And who you are. Know yourself, know your true self, and project your true self, not the one with the mask. Face your acts. Be aware of your actions and your desires. They are hidden. They are the masks are hiding your true desires. And your actions show you're wearing a mask. This is first house card. Do it on your own. Do it before the tower hits, before the full moon, which is tonight. I would do, and this is in your heart, green is like heart chakra. So follow your heart on what these masks are for you. One looks like an alien mask, and one looks like an animal mask, like feathers. So sometimes the alien masks, you're trying to be totally different. You're just trying to hide who you truly are. The animal mask is kind of make it look like an owl, so perhaps you're pretending to be wise, or you're wise in the wrong manner. The owl is very wise, so if you're wearing the mask of an owl, you're trying to be wise. But it's okay to start out as a page, Spirit says. Page like as in the tarot, which is the beginner level. You don't have to come right out into this with your partner as knowing everything. We have to be humble with ourselves and realize that we are more alien than we are an owl when we begin this journey. And balance your heart chakra, which probably is why maybe the pink crystal came out. The rose crystal, sorry. Thank you, Spirit. Because you need to, perhaps your heart chakra is not open all the way yet because of past hurts. So do some meditation before the full moon and clear that heart chakra. Sorry, Spirits, many words. Let your mind tell you how to do it. When you start to go into meditation, ask your spirit guide and listen to what they tell you. Okay. On this deck the bottom of the deck for this says darkest fears. So perhaps that's why you're wearing a mask. This coat on this also looks like feathers, which would match the owl mask. But you're being in, you know, Spirit's trying to talk to you and tell you, and especially it has to do with the moon phase, and today's the full moon. So go in and face your darkest fears, ask for guidance, ask for forgiveness to those that have, hang on, forgive those that have caused you to be fearful, and then forgive yourself for feeling and not facing those fears before. And by healing and forgiving, you will heal. Lord, words aren't coming out very fast today. Alright. And we have Angel of Pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do. Just going to get you some advice cards. Yes, the rest of the cards fall on the floor. I need to go meditate. Okay. So first up, Inner Strength 777. Release your fears. Be strong at heart. Look forward to your future with excitement. 222. Right place, right time, right moment. Trust in what you want. Be cautious of thoughts. Be positive. Chaos. Things seem unpredictable at this moment. Trust and ask Spirit for clarity. And if you have a question or you've been asking yourself something, not yet is the answer. Just two more. Okay, Spirit says, avoid toxic people. That's cutting the cords to people, cutting out things that no longer serve you. They are low vibration. Anyone that gossips and uses negativity in their daily speech or actions, then cut them out. Cut the cords to those people, cut them out of your life. Send energetic love to your twin flame in the 5D. Remember, as above, so below. Volunteer to help someone. Amazonite balances metabolism. I don't know who that's for. Heal your recent past traumas. Yes, your traumas. By traumas, there are things that hurt you as a child, things that hurt you as a young adult. They don't always have to be regarding relationships. Alright, on that note, I hope you all have a blessed day. Namaste.